What's up? What's up? What's going on, YouTube? How are you guys doing tonight? Happy Friday night. Welcome back to another live stream. We have internet. We have internet tonight. Really, really good internet speed tonight. Geez, I've got like 22 download speed, and at least I have at least 15 of upload speed. So it should be pretty good. I just don't want to get too far away from the hotspot. In a pretty nice place tonight. I'm out here in the Kofa Wildlife Refuge. Show you guys a few surrounding shots of the area. This is about 20 miles south of Quartzsite. A few other people camped out here. Pretty nice. It's cold weather-wise. Look at that sunset going on over there. Can you guys see that? Off out there. Sun is going down. So how you guys doing tonight? Who do we got on here tonight? It's these moments. I bet it's quiet. Yes, it's quiet. It's pretty quiet out here. I do hear a little, sounds like a Honda generator running over there in the distance. Hey Andy, how you doing? Yeah, I hear a Honda generator over there in the distance, but other than that, it's pretty quiet right now. We had some rain yesterday, and rained pretty good yesterday. So, and looks like some cool weather is in the forecast for this week. Some cool mornings and some kind of cool days, like in the 60s. So, not too bad at all. It's actually it's really nice out here. Definitely nice. How's your Honda inverter? Well, I don't have an inverter on this coach. I just have the Honda generator, which I had to use yesterday for the first time because I was sitting at about 12:01 at about 5 o'clock in the evening. So I ended up firing it up yesterday for the first time, and I let it run for a couple of hours, juice up the batteries a little bit, so that definitely helped them out. But I don't have an inverter on this coach yet. Just kind of still. This is kind of like this season for me taking the fifth wheel out. It's kind of like trying to see what kind of I need, and just kind of taking one step at a time with it, But so far, I really haven't needed an inverter. It would definitely be a nice thing to have. I do have a way of, I have a plan of how I'm going to wire it in. I'm going to actually change one of the receptacles on the slide out that powers up the slide out, and I'm going to change the receptacle, and then I'm just going to run a power cord from the inverter to that receptacle, and then I'll just take the power cord that I plug in to power up the slide. I will plug that into the inverter side of the outlet. I don't want to get too far away from my hotspot, but that's kind of my plan with the inverter. So, yeah. Thanks for the thumbs up. Is it really cold there? It's in the 50s right now. Hey, Alina. -20 in Minnesota. Woo, that's cold. Oh, the generator I meant. Yeah. Yeah, the generator runs good. Honda 2000. Yes, it's pretty nice. It's kind of going down. You can see a little bit of it there. It's nice out here. What's for dinner tonight? I was going to have some eggs and hash browns, but I've also have some Japanese ramen that I'm thinking about cooking up. We'll see on that. Yeah, it should work out pretty good. Real cold here in Ontario, but DQ getting ice cream. All right. Ice cream's always good. It doesn't matter what the temperature is. What's the temperature here? It's let me go grab my phone. Yeah, it's about 55 degrees right now. Thanks for the thumbs up. Hope you guys are enjoying this sunset here tonight. I think it's coming. That's actually coming out pretty good, I think. Kind of see it over there in that area. Pulling up your comments on my phone. That'll make it a little bit easier to read. There we go. Now I can see you guys. So, let's see. Step out of the way a little bit. Oh, it's kind of pretty. It's nice over here. Here we go. Check that out. A free Arizona sunset. You don't even have to come down here. You don't even have to be here. You can just enjoy it, or you can just enjoy it right off the live stream. How cool is that? In these moments, how long do you usually boondock for? Till I get tired and want to move on. Usually. So that could be anywhere from a couple of days to a couple of weeks. Thanks for the thumbs up. Yeah, it really just depends. Depends on a lot of factors, but yeah, it's kind of usually whenever I get tired of wherever I'm at, and I'll just pick up and move on, like I did today. Today I just moved further south here today. I was up in Laughlin here. I was up in Laughlin the last couple of nights. Anyone else around there? I see 3 other campers right now. One guy or gal is running a generator over there, but yeah, it's pretty quiet out here. I've never camped out in this section, but it's pretty nice. Yeah, it's definitely pretty nice. It beats being in the city. How is the snow apocalypse up in Seattle, Andy? The city is loud. Yeah, definitely. The city's definitely loud. Not good. Yeah, that's what I hear. I hear they've got the whole city of Seattle shut down, or that's what it appears on the news, anyways. Yeah, it's sun's going down here, so I might be bringing you guys inside here pretty soon. But check out that sunset. That's a beauty. I think it looks better on the tablet though than it does in real life. But it does it is picking it up pretty good. Reading any good books lately? I've just been really trying to. I've been really behind on my reading. I have a couple of books. A friend of mine just gave me a couple of books on some stock trading, and then I'm still trying to get through a couple of the books that I've been trying to get through. So, yeah, I'm really behind on my reading, but no, I haven't been diving into any new material. I have been, diving deep into some podcasts lately that I've been following. Been listening to a lot of Ed Milet podcast on Spotify. I've been listening to his podcast a lot lately, and yeah, I've just been listening to a lot of podcasts. Been listening to more podcasts and reading books lately. Podcasts are great. Yeah, they really are. I really like podcasts. Um, I seem to be listening to more podcasts now than actual reading. Sitting down and reading books. I just find it's a better way to learn because I could be doing a couple of things at one time and, listen to it. So yeah, definitely. It's definitely an easier way to get the information. Still can't get up my driveway. 20 inches plus at my house. Holy crap, that's a lot of snow, man. I mean, I'm from Seattle. That's what I heard. They were saying that it was like one of the worst snowstorms in 70 years is what I heard yesterday. I was talking to a fellow from Washington, and that's what he told me. Some of the worst snowstorm in 70 years. And I thought, wow, that's crazy. Because I used to plow snow. I used to plow the roads and stuff. So I'm real familiar with snowstorms in Washington, or, snowstorms on the west side. I used to plow snow. So that's the nice part about being down here in Arizona. You don't have to deal with any of that. Okay, rubbing it in. Yes, I'm rubbing it in. Rubbing it in, teasing, having some fun. Do you have a dog? No, I don't have any pets. I do like dogs. However, I just don't find it. I just don't find a dog necessary. As much as I love dogs, it's just one other thing I have to take care of and look after and give it a lot of attention and everything. So it just doesn't work out well for me. I would much rather. I probably would have a dog if I owned my own property, or something like that, where it would have enough, space to run around on. But yeah, dogs are, out here on the road RVing. Dogs can kind of become, they can become kind of a nuisance to some degree. With just, when I say nuisance, I mean in relation to a lot of the other dogs, because a lot of people have dogs, and if they aren't on leashes, then they run around and they can kind of, they can become become an issue for some people. But like I said, I'm a dog lover. I'm not a dog hater, but it's just one of the things I observe being out here on the road. Some owners are good with their dogs and some aren't. So, but anyways, getting way off topic here. All right, ooh, the sunset's really starting to get nice now. Check that out. We got some pink. Look at those colors going on. We got a little bit of pink going on there. You guys probably can't see the pink, but trying not to get too far away from my hotspot. But yeah, that's just looking really nice. Look at that. Wow. Good pink going on there. Awesome. Yeah, we are learning to day trade. Okay. Yeah, good for you. Be careful. Be careful. No, that's good, man. I'm glad that you're learning to trade. Start small. Don't be afraid to take risks. Don't be afraid. If you're afraid to lose money, don't trade. That's my advice with trading. But yeah, that's good. Glad to hear that. It's a good way to. It's a good skill, and it's fun. Um, but it has its risks with it. It was unreal snowfall. It snowed for 3 days straight. Wow, that's awesome. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. I mean, if it's going to snow, you might as well snow, right? And just kind of close the roads down, close the city down, whatever. Not that they'll do that, but I mean, if it snowed like that, I would just take off. You know what I'm saying? I'd like, okay, no work. Work is shut down. Gonna go play in the snow. I envy your climate right now. Yeah, it's definitely nice, but it's really nice. We're getting a little bit of a cool streak coming through here right now for the next week. It looks like we live in LA and it's raining, but we are from Portland, Oregon, hometown. All right, Boondockin' Life. Hey, howdy. How you doing, Boondockin' Life? Elena, do you think you will get another truck camper in your future? Oh, probably not. I'm actually really starting to I'm gonna kind of be going in. Well, I'll stay out here a little bit longer. It's still nice out here right now. As long as I can get signal. Step out of the frame there so you guys can see. But yeah, no, I've actually been really enjoying the fifth wheel here experience. I'm really liking it actually a lot. A lot more than I think kind of I was. The more I use it and the more I tow it, the more I'm really liking it. So yeah, no, not at this time. I don't think I'm going to go back to the truck camper at this time. Especially right now, I've been thinking a lot about double towing right now with the fifth wheel. I could pull a small trailer behind the fifth wheel with some four-wheelers or motorcycles, and so I've been thinking a lot about doing that lately, and that's sounding more appealing. Have a good night. Okay, hey, thanks, man. Thanks for coming on. You too. Have a good night. So the sun is going down, getting darker out here. That would be really cool to take the Banshee with you. Yeah, it would be. It would be really cool. Because pretty much all over the place down here in the mountain states, you can double tow with a fifth wheel, all the way from Utah, Idaho, Arizona, Nevada. It's all legal to double tow. So I think I'm going to be relocating to Arizona. So that would work out pretty good with just being able to double tow for future plans. Elena, I want a fifth wheel too. Any suggestion for a quality manufacturer? I really like the New Way, the brand that I have. I've met a few other owners I met an owner a couple of days ago from Washington that bought his brand new in 2005, and he still has it. And I guess he's been pretty happy with it. But the people that I bought this from Wayne and Vicky, and this was their second New Way trailer, and they were very pleased with it. So yeah, the New Way is a really good brand. They, I know that in the fifth wheel market, they are definitely one of the top fifth wheel manufacturers in terms of quality and just build quality, the way they put them together. They did go out of business. I don't know if another company bought them out, but they stopped production around the last recession. I think somewhere around there they stopped production. These were built in Kansas, but they were building them back in the 80s, maybe even the 70s. They were building them back, and I know that the slide out design that is on this trailer. That is the design that a lot of some other companies, they copied after the New Way slide out design, is my understanding. So I'm going to take it inside now. We're kind of losing some light out here. So okay, back inside. Not sure how the lighting, man. I need to get some better lighting in here. That's a little bit better. We got 9 people watching, huh? Right on. 2 thumbs up. So what else is going on? Nothing but a good time. What do you title these live streams, right? I was thinking about like titling these live streams after like some rock songs that I like or whatever, you know. But that was one that came to mind. Nothing but a good time. Poison, you know. But I don't know. I like to have fun on these things, so I don't like them to be a big bore, you know. But what do you title a live stream, right? Some people like, you know, they have topics and everything, and I haven't really. I mean, I kind of like it to be a little free flowing, you know. But I think it's. I mean, it's not a bad idea to, I think, have a topic that you want to talk about. I mean, speaking of topics, I think that. The last live stream I did a couple of weeks ago, somebody had asked me, you know, what was one of the, I think Scott asked me, RV Bandwagon asked me, what was the best investment that you've made? What is the best investment, one of the best investments that you made over the last couple of years? And I thought, you know, that was a really great question. And it was kind of, I started to think more about that question after the live stream ended. And I know I talked about several things, but I guess the one that came to my mind after that live stream was just the fact of like trying a lot of things, you know, like taking risks, taking some chances, trying things, not being afraid to fail. I mean, I consider all of those things making investments in yourself and in your future. But I know that that's probably for myself, just experimenting and trying a lot of things. Like to me, like you know, furthering myself into happiness, you know, like trying to experiment and test many different things out, from just whether it's jobs or self-employment or content, whatever you create, like just trying a few different things. And I know, I mean, I consider all of that like making an investment, you know. I mean, it's different than making like a financial investment, but making an investment in yourself, you know, type of thing. It falls into that category, but that's probably been the greatest thing that I'm the most proud of anyways. But, and this, I feel like it's helped me, it continues to help me, like move forward more. So just trying, you know, different things. So I don't know. That was just kind of one thought that I had that after that, it really made me think about that question a little bit more. And yeah, just taking some risks, taking some chances, trying some things, not being afraid to fail. And I mean, a lot of the things that we try, a lot of the things that we experiment with, that we test, like a lot of things aren't going to work, you know. But like that doesn't mean that you shouldn't try things and you shouldn't test things. And you know, it's really just about, and it's all about, you know, also getting the experiences too, you know. So I just can't encourage people enough to just try shit in your life and just do stuff, and don't be afraid to do things, and just, you know, never stop trying to move yourself, you know, in the direction of where like you want to go, you know what I'm saying? And don't just settle and conform to what, I don't know, other people are telling you you should do or you shouldn't do, you know. So it kind of falls into that category. So anyways, that's just a random thought floating around in my consciousness. I had to think about what we're going to make for dinner tonight. Let me read some of your comments. Are you thinking Arizona full time, or are you thinking Oregon summer again? No, I'm thinking about moving down here to Arizona. Thinking about getting my driver's license here in Arizona, and then I'm gonna hire on with a trucking company out of Phoenix, and just go from there. Just kind of start there. Fear holds a lot of people back. Yes, it does, and fear held me back like forever it seems like. It's just we're so afraid that we will make the wrong decision, and therefore we ultimately don't do anything, right? How many of you have know what I'm talking about, where you're so afraid like that you're gonna make the wrong decision, or it isn't gonna work out, that you end up doing nothing, and I think doing nothing is worse than doing something. I mean, obviously. Change is another thing that scares people too, even if the change is for the better. Yeah, definitely. You can't be afraid. Like change, you have to. I think you have to. I try to really think of change as change is necessary, but it's a positive thing. I don't consider it to be like a negative thing. And I guess what always helps me, like if I'm on the fence about deciding something, like I've been lately on the fence about deciding whether to move from stay in Oregon or move to Arizona or somewhere else. I've been really on the fence about this whole, overanalyzing and debating it. And honestly, it's like what always pushes me through the decision process is, what is the absolute worst thing that could happen in this? What's the worst thing that could happen? The worst thing that could happen is that I move here and I don't like it, and then I end up moving back, which I've never moved back to where I eventually, wherever I was before. I've never moved back. So I seem to keep be moving other places. And I think that when you're living, when you kind of start traveling like I've done, and like a little bit of traveling, and you get more comfortable with moving around, and you're getting more comfortable with being in different environments, you kind of get addictive a little bit to, I don't know, you kind of want to like live somewhere else, and you're kind of like, well, I've done that, I've seen that, I've done this, I've experienced that, I'm ready for something new, and I think I have definitely felt that with just moving around a bit and traveling. I mean, I haven't been to a lot of places, but I originally I moved to Oregon because that's really where I was the most comfortable. That was where my comfort zone was, and I kind of knew the area already a lot. And so, but now that I've bounced around a little bit, came down here to Arizona and been to Nevada and a few other places, it has kind of me expanding, just willing to maybe go and try, live somewhere else, and I know that that's kind of the theme that I've tried to make it with my channel, Instagram, No Limits Camper, living your life without limits. That's kind of, not kind of, that's what I'm trying to I'm trying to brand myself, or brand what I'm doing with that sentiment in mind, that um, that really there are no limits, and it's those limits that we put on ourselves that govern our lives, and ultimately what we end up doing with our, what we end up doing in our lives. We put governors on ourselves. So I'm so impressed with your lifestyle. So liberating to see. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, I think a couple of years ago, and I look back, and I'm not trying to you know, brag. I'm not bragging or anything, but I think that I look back at some of the progress that I've made over the last couple of years, and I mean, I was like, I've come a long way, like from when I first started, and probably come a long way in terms of just. And that's where I go back to trying things, experimenting with things, not being afraid, to fail or what have you, and really just um, I feel like, we're all on a path to be happy in our life, right? Like that's what we're all. That's like the all-encompassing goal, and and that's taken me on a. It's it's taken me on a few different paths, Um, but yeah, it's definitely it's very liberating living, being able to move around and everything. Um, but I still like have my challenges. I still have my roadblocks that I struggle with. But that's kind of the thing is that I think that when you have, it goes back to being, happy and being fulfilled in your life and being, I mean, fulfillment, happiness and fulfillment. Like, I mean, there's a real art to it. And what I'm trying to get at with this is that even though I'm really living like really cool, like there are some aspects of my life that I'm not totally fulfilled with, and so I'm still like working towards those things. And I thought that, I think that for a long time, I thought that it was all about just doing the things that you love to do, like all the time, and like living where you want to live. And like, I thought like that was where what was going to ultimately give you like the most happiness in your life. And yes, it has given me a lot of happiness, but what I've found is that it doesn't give you like this lasting happiness, And then that's kind of where we go back to like what your purpose is and just what your work is that you do, And so there's so many more like facets of it that I guess, when I read your question, when I read your comment, these are just some of the thoughts that I have about what you're saying. A lot of people, I think that yeah, I mean, they kind of, some people miss the mark, I think, a little bit with happiness, fulfillment, goals, and we're all a little bit different. There's really no right or wrong rhyme or reason with it. But but I know that after, kind of having the opportunity in my life at a fairly young age to be able to go do things that I've always wanted to do and live places and have time to do things, it's been great. But it isn't like the end, like you've made it, you've arrived, and you're just happy. Like that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? Like it's something that like I think that there's honeymoon periods for everything, and I don't know. I think that when you're unhappy in your life and you're miserable, you're always looking for like a way out of your misery, and sometimes where you look for those solutions, you're kind of looking in the wrong place. You know what I'm saying? Like if you hate your job or you don't like what you do for a living, like that should be probably the problem you're trying to solve first. And so you need to find work that you enjoy doing, that you love doing, that you want to do, that you enjoy doing most of the time, type of thing. And instead of like thinking, well, my life sucks, I just need to go buy an RV, and I need to go travel, I need to go do these things. And while that might in the moment give you some happiness, I don't think it's going to be lasting. Hopefully that kind of makes my point come across that I've been trying to make here, like all along. And this is just my kind of my perception of it all. You still renting a storage unit in Oregon? Yes, I still have a storage unit in Florence. You have come a long way, man. You should be excited about it. I followed your channel for a long time and I can see the progress. Thanks, man. I am really excited about it. I'm really happy. I'm really happy. I'm happy, although I guess I'm kind of, the way to put it, I think I'm like kind of like a happy discontent a little bit. Um, I mean, I'm happy, but I know that there's so much more that that um, that I could be doing. You know what I'm saying? And I think that, like I said, we all go through in our lives, we go through periods where like this is what we want to do, and we just do it for a while, and then like when we kind of get tired of that, like then we kind of want to move on to doing something else, like I mean, one example of it for me is like um, back in Oregon, riding the sand dunes. Like, I'd be out there on like a Wednesday and Wednesday morning riding the dunes, on my four wheeler, and there'd be like not many people out there, and I'd be saying, "Man, I'm living the dream," like, and it would be kind of, but there were some days that I would say to myself, like, "What the hell am I doing out here? This is crazy," like I need to be doing something. I need to be doing something. You know what I'm saying? And so that's kind of where, like, I really, really, really don't believe that. I mean, whatever. Everybody's going to be different. I mean, I I try to like I one of the things that I'm always checking out and observing other people who like are doing some cool things with their lives and trying to like see, what drives them and everything. And so yeah, it's everything is a creative process. I would love to be out traveling around, doing more videos, making more content. Like doing more things. Um, but there's it takes capital to do some of these projects. And that's why a lot of these people that do it, they have sponsors. Or and how do you get sponsors? Well, you work, you do shit, you create lots of content, you're out there doing stuff. Um, so it's I haven't, I'm still like I'm working on it, working on trying to figure it all out, and like how to make it work, I mean, ultimately for myself, I would love to have a cushion while I'm chasing like these things that I want to do, because I'm convinced that right now today, like in the world of creating content, like it doesn't matter what you're into. I mean, you can create a business around whatever it is that you love, or whatever excites you. You can create a business. There's an opportunity to create a business around that. Now, right out of the gate, but it's going to be one of these things where it's like ultimately you're going to have to keep your daytime job and work it part time. I mean, ultimately, unless you have capital to um, pay for your expenses while you're doing whatever it is you're doing, and most majority of people aren't in that situation. Most people have to moonlight, whatever it is they're doing. So I'm kind of like sort of in that boat still, where I would love to have a financial cushion, and it doesn't need to be a lot of cushion. I mean, if I had $1,000 a month coming in every month, as like a passive income, which passive income isn't really passive. I mean, you still have to put energy into passive income. You still have to work it. You still have to work passive income. I mean, YouTube videos, I mean, they're somewhat passive, but the minute you stop making YouTube videos, like your income, it just gradually goes away. So you have to keep making videos, and hopefully you're doing something that you like, you're excited about. You're excited about making content. But I know for me, I just would love to have a financial cushion for myself, like before I just go and jump into doing whatever I want to do. Whether it's riding, driving around and making some cool videos and getting some sponsors and getting some affiliate like things going with companies and so forth. But I don't know, you have to most people, I don't know, you have to start small, but everything takes time, but the bottom line is it's just you got to be putting out content, and you got to be doing your thing, so anyways, I'm just rambling on here, but these are the thoughts I'm having going through my head. Andy, I understand the nagging thought in the back of your head that you need to be doing more. I battle that a lot. Yeah, I mean, it's like, I mean, for me, um, and this is where like we are all a little different, and all of us are different, and so I never want to try to say anything that there's no one size fits all with any of this conversation here, but yeah, happiness and fulfillment. I've been studying, both of those topics here over the last couple of years, and like I listen to a lot of Gary Vaynerchuk, and he's been putting out some really good stuff lately, talking about the whole money and happiness conundrum. And if you guys kind of want to learn more, I recommend you go check out some of his videos. Just money and happiness and money and happiness, and he's been really driving home lately a lot about chasing happiness, and just kind of be careful what you wish for. But then again, it's kind of like if you love, like, just do more of what more of what you like doing. You know what I mean? It's like, so yeah, it's just figuring out how to make it all work for you. But like everything does all exciting things. I mean, people that are like super successful and doing like what they love or what they're really happy doing every day. I mean, they started with a dream, and they worked it like along the way, and they made corrections and they adapted, but they never gave up. They never they were always hungry to, like, just work toward their dream, work towards their goal, right? Like, just they got this immense hunger, this immense work ethic, every single one of them. And that's really, I mean, what it takes. I mean, it takes a lot of work, but you got to also think, you got to think big, and you can't be thinking small, and you got to be careful. You got to be thinking big. You can't like fall into that mediocrity, like small thinking mindset, or just like, kind of, you gotta keep yourself out of that mindset. And it's not always easy to do that, especially when you're working a job, or we have our things, we have our existing responsibilities that we do need to take care of, but we also need to like fight really hard and be hungry to like want to go after our dreams, and I know so for some people that isn't important to them, and I get it. I mean, if you're happy, making 20,000 a year and taking care of your family or doing whatever, hey man, like, I'm really happy for you. I mean, if you're really truly happy, I'm really happy for you. So anyways. Hi, Tina. Good topics to think about. We all need money, but for me, changing things up so I don't need so much has been able to live a more happy life. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's definitely my story as well. I mean, there's no way I would have been able to, I think, do and accomplish as many things as I've done if I had my pre-existing life I had before, which, having a big house and having all these expenses and these encumbering things that like just suck the life energy out of you. And that's another topic that I'm going to kind of cite Gary Vaynerchuk again on this one. Is that's another, because I kind of look up to him as I don't know, he's a pretty, he's a pretty good authority on a lot of the subject, but he's been also talking a lot more lately about just, he thinks that home ownership is a really bad idea. You shouldn't buy a house, and you should really, and then really living on less, essentially, so that you will be able to go stronger for what you want to create in your life, whatever that is. I mean, but absolutely, and there's no way that if I didn't really scrimp down and eliminate a lot of overhead, I mean, there's no way I would be able to be out here doing what I'm doing right now, so that's been a choice that I've made. And it all comes down to choices, right? Excuse me. For me, it's about optimizing potential, not coming down too hard on yourself, but always pushing to utilize your true potential. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. I mean, we can always, one of my favorite quotes by Jim Rohn is, don't wish things were easier, wish you were better. So I think that falls into, excuse me, falls into your potential. Don't wish that things were easier or wish that you didn't have any problems. Wish that you were better. Wish that you your skills were better. I mean, hopefully not wishing, but hopefully that you're doing something about it. And we all have the control and the power to do something about our skills, to do something about our communication skills, to ourselves and other people. And, we all have the ability to improve ourselves. And it's really just, it's a choice and a willingness is, will we do it? And in today's world that we live in, where everything is free, anything you would want to know is free. Anything you want to learn, you can learn for free. I mean, it's incredible. Like today, it's almost to the point where sometimes it's numbing. It's numbing how like good we have it today. And then the other cool thing that we can do today is we can surround ourselves on social media with like people that we want to be like or what have you. Like I'm spreading a little influence right now with you guys, and not that I'm up on high on a mountain or anything. I'm not, but I'm just as an example of what I'm talking about here. I'm spreading some influence freely, and I'm sharing and everything. So, and I want everybody to succeed more than I've succeeded. Okay, so we can surround ourselves with the power of association, through all these different social media outlets. It's extremely powerful today that we didn't have before. We can become friends with people that we want to learn from. So as long as those people are reciprocal with sharing and teaching their knowledge, and they believe in abundance with it all, that and being freely to share. So Tina, working the grind and save up all the money made it a lot easier for me to make the changes I wanted. Absolutely. I mean, yeah, definitely. And there's nothing wrong like with yeah, I mean, grinding and working. I'm getting ready to go back to work too. I'm going to be driving truck. So, and that's going to be work, and that's going to be a grind. And I'm looking forward to it, So, and it's like it's all about, I mean, whatever is going to get you to that level of freedom that you desire, and just how you want your life to be. And we're all different. Some people work by themselves really well, and they should be self-employed. Some people should not be self-employed. Some people should work for other people, and there's nothing wrong with that. And sometimes in some cases you can do better working for a company, okay, than you could like working for yourself. So, when you hear all these people tell you, oh yeah, you just need to do this and that, and well, that might have worked for them, but that may not work for you, So, but anyways, yeah, like it's all about finding that level of freedom, and just and hopefully, I mean, I personally feel that like what you do, the work that you do, I mean, you really should find something that you enjoy doing, you know what I'm saying? And like I think that that's half the battle. I mean, most people, I think, that are miserable in their careers and their work, they're really in lines of work that they probably shouldn't be in, you know what I'm saying? And how do you find work that you like doing and you enjoy doing? And well, you try a lot of different shit. Okay, like, and I know that's what I've done. I mean, I've had many different careers in my life. I've probably had at least 7 different careers or jobs, and I've learned something from each one of them. Like I've taken something away from them, but it's led me like a lot to where I am right now. But I'm not done, I still feel like I'm, searching for that line of work that I really, really like enjoy doing, So I know that like for myself, truck driving is kind of I'm looking forward to it, because I think that it aligns very well like with my personality, and that's what ultimately I think you got to figure out for yourself is what's going to align well for your personality. I'm just rambling all kinds of things off here, but this is good. This is a good. Seems like it's a good conversation. I got 12 people watching. What line of work were you in before you went out on the road in your camper? I worked in government service. I worked in government service for a few years, and I worked for UPS for a short time. I was a delivery driver with UPS, um, and I've worked construction. I worked for Boeing. When I got out of high school, I worked actually when I was in high school, I was in an internship program with the Boeing company. And I got into a manufacturing program and I got hired on full time with the Boeing company right after high school. And I did that for a year. And I didn't, working in a factory at that time, it wasn't what I wanted to do. I wanted to work outside, you know. So everybody told me, "Oh, you're crazy. You know, you shouldn't leave." Well, I left. I quit. I left and I went on my own. And I did something else. And after that, I worked for Les Schwab. I was a tire guy. I was a tire jockey for a while, and that actually was one of the best jobs that I've ever had. I only did it for about 6 months, but I had a great crew, and you know, it was a great. It was wasn't a, you know wasn't a high paying job, but it was a good experience looking back on it. I'm glad I did. I've worked construction. I was in the operating engineers union for a short time, for a little while. So I've done a variety of different careers over over the last 20 years or so. Nancy, find work you love and find a balance between work and leisure. Yes, I like that. That's great advice. Yeah, leisure. Yeah, that's a good word to use. You know, I think that um, a lot of people kind of would like their leisure to be their work, and I don't think most people, some people that works for, I mean, it can be. I mean, your leisure could be your work. You know, if you go about it, it definitely could be, especially in today's age with um, just marketing and technology and being able to do some amazing things. I mean, your leisure could be your work if you go about it a certain way, but for most people, it's not. Most people, it's not going to be. You know, we're going to have to choose a career. We're going to have to choose a profession that aligns with our skills and our values, and ultimately what we enjoy doing. But yeah, I agree. I mean, find work you love. I've always thought that to find work that you enjoy doing most of the time, and to take it a step higher, if you love it, like that's even better. I've never thought that loving what you do like is like the goal. I mean, to enjoy it, because I don't think you're going to really love what you're doing all of the time. There's going to be times when it's going to suck, you know. But yeah, yeah, ultimately yes. I mean, if you can find something you love doing, and I mean, some people say, well, that you would do it for free, and I always kind of have a hard time with that one, because it's like, well, I don't want to, I mean, I can find something I love doing, but I don't want to starve. I mean, I have to earn a good living, we all want to earn a good living doing whatever it is that we're doing. But yes, I agree with your comment, Nancy. Absolutely. Find work you love, find a balance between work and leisure. Absolutely. I mean, work is a great thing. It's a beautiful thing, and I think that's another issue that a lot of people I think have. They have this negative association with the word work, and it's like, I mean, work is awesome. I mean, there's so many different things that you could do, and then it's like, I mean, if you the whole, I don't know. I mean, there's so many different ways that you could go about it. But yeah, just definitely find something that you enjoy doing, that you love doing, and and make it go at it. Fatty, will you still live in your fifth wheel when you start driving a truck? No, no. I'm going to be putting it into storage, and I'm going to be driving. I really don't plan on taking, a whole lot of home time. I'm really eager to just get as much of experience, and I'm looking forward to the experience of just traveling around and the lifestyle, I guess, and just experimenting. seeing if I like it, seeing, like if it's a good fit or what have you, because I can, you know, and this is kind of the other part to the conversation. It's if you find something you really enjoy and you love doing, well, you could tailor that into your lifestyle, and so if it's living in an RV and traveling around, maybe you could get a gig where you're working 6 8 months out of the year, and you take a few months off and you do it and you go and travel. I mean, you could have an arrangement like that, per se. But yeah, it's everything. Just like when it comes to work, I mean, I don't know. It just everything comes back. Everything comes back to work. So it's definitely. And I know a lot of people would criticize me and say, man, you're on a leisure. You're like on a vacation all the time. You're doing this. And yeah, I would agree. I mean, I have kind of feel like I've been in a bit of a vacation. Well, not vacation, but I've been on a lot of leisure, and it's been a great thing. It's been great to really just enjoy, like, your time and being places and not being burdened, by certain things. That's been great. That's been great. But it's like, but I know for myself, like, it isn't the end game. You know what I mean? I can guarantee you that if I was to go on doing what I'm doing right now, I will eventually become miserable. Because I, like, too much of a what's that word? Like, too much of a good thing, can be a bad thing. So that's definitely true. That's true for anything and everything. And I know, like, a lot of people, they watch these videos of everybody out having fun and traveling around and doing all this leisure and everything, and then they look at their lives and they feel like crap because they're not doing any of that, and like, but I don't know. I just think that it's there's just more to life than just doing leisure all the time or what have you. I mean, I think there is. I know there is. I know there is, because it goes back to the happiness and fulfillment. Are you happy, and are you really fulfilled? Are you really happy with yourself? Are you happy with, do you feel good about yourself? I mean, ultimately, that's the thing that all of us want in our whole life. We just want to feel good. We want to feel good about ourselves. We want to feel good about what we're doing. We want to feel good. I mean, you ask anybody. I mean, and if you're in, like, I see a lot of older people out here. They're, some of them are in pain. Maybe they got health issues. They just would wish that they would feel good health wise, and they would have the vitality or what have you. So, you know, gratitude. Be grateful for everything that you already have. I mean, it's like, that's the other. Happiness, fulfillment, gratitude. Like, these are the big three, and the big three in life. I think. What's for dinner tonight? Drink menu. We don't have any alcohol going on tonight. I got some orange juice going on. I've got some of this. I think I'm gonna cook up some Japanese noodles, Japanese noodle soup. Just gonna cook up this tonight. This is not top ramen. This is Japanese noodles, really good. Or I was gonna have some breakfast. You guys ever tried these Idaho spuds? You boil up hot water. You put the hot water in here. Close the cap and let the water settle in the potatoes, and then you cook them in a skillet for about 10 minutes until they brown them. These are pretty good. Big D, how about try work camping, earn money, and a free place to stay? Yeah, My only personally, this is this is just for myself. Work camping doesn't like pay enough for me. Um, I think that if I already had an income, it would be, I might consider it as like a supplemental to my existing income. I would might be interested in doing it, but that's just me. A lot of these gigs, they don't pay very much. I mean, you might get a free site. Some of them don't pay an hourly wage. Some of them do. The one that I did learn about recently that I thought was a good one, and if I was to do it, a work camping gig, I would do this, and that's called gate guarding. I talked about this on a live stream earlier before, but gate guarding, I like gate guarding because it pays pretty decent. I mean, you can make like what, 100 or 150 bucks a day, I think, doing gate guarding. Plus, you get a free campsite. You're going to be out in the middle of nowhere, potentially in like some of the oil and gas fields, like in Texas and Oklahoma, but they pay really well, and those are decent gigs. You know, if that's kind of like what you want to do or whatever. But for myself, I'm more interested in, I want to drive. I want to drive trucks. I already have my class. I already have my CDL, so I just want to go do something new, to do something different. I've never done any kind of over the road type trucking or what have you. So I want to go and experience it. Some people love it, some people hate it. You don't know until you try. But yeah, that's kind of the short answer on the work camping. Um, they just don't pay. Um, for myself, the compensation, it's just not there. You know. Love those when going camping. Very easy to fix. Oh, the potatoes. Yeah, those are great. Nancy, I read a quote somewhere, something like this: do what you think is right, and happiness will follow. Make goals according to your values and beliefs. That's a great one. I like that one a lot. Absolutely. Yep, absolutely. There is a way to getting to moving in the direction of like just to happiness in your life. But the problem is always yourself, and I'm going to use me. I'm always my worst. I know I am always my own worst enemy. Whether I'm overthinking something, I'm not making a decision, I'm not taking action. I'm not taking action now. Like I'm not doing something, and like just I'm not doing something. I mean, most people are not, and including, and I struggle with this often. It's like just taking action. I mean, like I know for a fact, I am convicted that if you look at anybody who's majorly, just anybody who is successful, okay, I don't care like what that looks like on a barometer. Every single one of those people, they took action. They took massive action, whether they had to move, 300 miles away, or they did something. They took action on in the direction of where they wanted to go. And so that's the one that I just keep telling myself. It's like, just take action, do something, do anything, like do something, do anything. And it's so true. It's more powerful. I was listening to an interview last night, a guy that I studied for many years, Marshall Silver and Ed Milet, and that was the thing that he was talking about, was just take action now. And it's not, and that take action, like that has nothing to do with like how smart you are or all the knowledge you have, or no, it's doing something. It's like you're trying to get in good shape, you know get on the floor and do some push-ups like right now. So or maybe it's throw away all your sugar in your cabinets or something like that. You're trying to change your health. Anyways, you guys know all this stuff. This is you guys are, anybody who's watching this channel right now, you guys are not mainstream. You guys are like in the 5% 5 percentile, I like to say. You guys are all 5 percenters here, all right. So I'm not telling you guys anything you don't already know, right? Yes, must take action to make those goals happen. Yeah, absolutely. And it's like, and it's do something. It's do something. Do anything. Definitely. 13 people watching. Well, making yeah, probably gonna make some soup here tonight. So, yeah, wow, what a good what a good conversation here. What a good conversation. You guys are just coming up with all kinds of good good things to talk about. What are you drinking today? I just have some orange juice going on right now. Yeah, just a little bit of orange juice. Get any TV out there? You know what? I probably do. I haven't tested the TV antenna out recently. I do have a TV. I don't use it very often, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the TV situation is. I spend so much time on YouTube. I forget about a TV anymore. And it's funny, like all my friends who are like 65 and older, they all have TVs and they watch TV and they're always like, what, you don't have TV, or how come your antenna isn't up? They're like looking at me like something's wrong here with me. I'm like, guys, man, time out here. I don't watch a lot of TV, okay? So, anyways, yeah, I don't know how good the TV reception is out here. Orange juice, what a shame. Ah, yeah, well, just not don't have any booze going on right at the house right now. uh, it's Friday night. Yeah, it's Friday night. That's right. It's Friday night. Friday night out here on BLM camping ground here. Yep. But yeah, what else? What else we got going on here? How's your family? My family is doing good. Talked to my sister yesterday. They're in Florida right now, Clearwater, Florida, and yeah, they're in Clearwater, Florida, and they're all doing pretty good. So, kind of wish I could be there. Florida looks pretty good from the pictures. So yeah, Florida, Florida's nice. I mean, not like, in my opinion, I mean, RVing nice. I mean, yeah, people go down there and RV in Florida, but you know, we're talking, you better have you better have a pretty good budget if you go down there in your RV, because parks are very expensive, and there is no BLM camping, and you're not just gonna, you know, set up in Walmart for the night. Okay, that isn't gonna happen in Florida. So, but yeah, no, Florida's cool. I mean, I wouldn't mind being down there right now. Florida is nice. Ariana, hey, how are you? I'll be 64 in March. I only watch YouTube. Hey, right on. Yeah, it's a sign of the times. I mean, there's so much good material on YouTube. I don't know why you would want to go anywhere else, right? I mean, anything you could think of is on, anything you would want to watch is on YouTube. And it's all free. Well, if you want to sit through the commercials, I know you can buy the red subscription, which I haven't done, but I'm sure that would be pretty awesome. Nancy Carey on RV Lee says hi. Oh, okay. You know RV Lee? Okay. Well, good deal. RV Lee is all he always comments on the videos. But yeah, they're all down in Florida, sunny tropical Florida. Um, yeah, I've met a few people that have houses in Florida, and they really like it there a lot. Um, yeah, just kind of depends on what you like. A lot of people like Florida. I like Florida too. I like Florida. Like going down there and being on a vacation. Yeah, that's nice. I could see myself doing being down there one of these years, not in the fifth wheel, but just taking um, a flying trip or maybe a driving trip there. I have lived there for 7 years. A great place to retire. Hard to carve out a living. Oh, really? You live in Florida? Okay. Yeah, I've heard that. It's kind of yeah. It seems like it's a real retirement mecca. And then, of course, in the summer months, it's excuse me, it's really hot there and humid in the in the summer months. But a lot of people like Florida. I mean, Florida is a good state from a they have no income tax and low taxes and but you got hurricanes to deal with, and that's the part that I don't like about Florida is the hurricanes. And I mean, there's some bad weather, bad hurricanes that happen in Florida. And wow, I personally I wouldn't want anything to do with that at all. I don't know if I would want to own property in Florida. I mean, um, I have uncles who have a lot of my family. They're from New York, and they're all retired, and they've bought places in Florida. A couple of my uncles own condos, and well, yeah, they bought condos, and one uncle has a home, but yeah, they've bought condos down there. But I think their real estate prices too are they're pretty reasonable in Florida too. You are a very handsome fellow, dating on the radar. Well, thank you, Lena. Not at this time, as far as dating goes. Just trying to get some get some things out of the way here, some priorities and some goals banged out, and we'll see what the horizon looks like there. But no, I'm a very happy single guy. Thousand Trails is the way to do Florida. Yeah, that's what I hear. Thousand Trails is definitely yeah, definitely the way to go. I know you have to make reservations in advance a lot there. So Florida's nice, but you have to covet living through a hurricane. Yeah, yeah, definitely. You definitely have to do that. I think Florida is I think it's a great place to visit. Or if I was retired, I mean, yeah, I don't think it would be a bad place to live. I mean, if I was retired, um, but my uncles and stuff, my family, they like it there a lot, and it's pretty affordable there too. So, which that's always a good thing. I mean, being in a place that to me that's affordable. But yeah, the weather and the hurricanes, no thanks. I don't want anything to do with those hurricanes. I've seen the destruction of those, and wow, just crazy, 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 crazy. Well, I'm going to get some water boiled up here and make these noodles. Water boiling. What we got? We got some black Nongshim noodles. Nongshim noodles for dinner tonight. Maybe I might put an egg in one of these, like just a regular egg, and cook it in the soup. These come with a couple of different seasoning packets. Actually, they have three. Comes with 3 seasoning packets. Black vegetable mix, and this is basically to make a Japanese ramen. So, yep, lots of high sodium ramen. Yep, high sodium ramen here. I wish you guys wouldn't have to look at that ceiling fan up there, but I don't have a. That's a little bit better. Maybe that's a little bit better picture. It probably was a little better underneath this light. Anyways, lighting. Got to have good lighting on a live stream. Okay, you have a good night too. Thanks for tuning in. So what's going on? How's everybody's week this past week? Snow in the north, snow in Seattle. What, Andy, if you're still watching, what part of Florida did you live? Any plans for the weekend? Just heading further south this weekend. I should probably be down in Yuma this weekend. What part of Florida did you live in? What part of Florida? Boom, 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 boom. Look at that noodle. Let's see here. Still trying to get through this book. Same book I showed you guys last time. What do we got here? Lived in Gainesville. Gainesville, Jacksonville. Went to college in both cities. Headed there March 7th through 17th for a visit. Okay. Well, that's cool. Gainesville and Jacksonville. So on the western side. Nancy, what was the name of that book? I didn't catch it. This book is called 177 Mental Toughness Strategies of the World Class by Steve Siebold. This is an excellent book. Excellent book. I highly recommend it. This is not one of those like theory books. This is a like what, you know, in the real world, like people who are successful that they, you know, that they, some of the habits that they talk about. It also has gives you some great action steps, but this is not a theory book. And it's not a pump you up and get you motivated book. So Steve Siebold, this is an excellent book. And it's broken down into short chapters, and it just talks about the world class. So it could be anybody from professional athletes to business people to a wide variety, and it just talks about some of the skills, some of the standards, some of the practices that led them to becoming world class. So it's definitely going to elevate your consciousness, you know, with like getting results. You know what I'm saying? Getting a different result. Thank you. Sounds like it talks about ways to get things done. Yes, definitely. But absolutely, it'll get in your head. Great book. Great book. Elena, would you recommend RTR in your opinion to meet like-minded people to feel more connected to this lifestyle? Yeah, I mean, I think you should definitely go and check it out at least once. And I know every year, like, it gets bigger and bigger. You know, it's definitely a melting pot of, you know, kind of people from all walks of life. So that show up. But yeah, it's like you could definitely you know, meet some people, and if you want to be a vagabond nomad, you know, nomad everywhere on the road, then there's a lot of people, there's a lot of folks that do that, and some of them do it in a real, you know, more minimalistic footprint than, you know, say a traditional RV. So yeah, it would definitely be, if you know, if you like smaller rigs and stuff like that, then that would be a good place to a good place to check out, you know, and definitely meet some other like-minded people. Andy, hey, gotta run. Good talking with you. Have a good night. Catch you next like just like. All right, man. Thanks. Good night. Have a good night. See you next time. Cooking some noodles here. Cooking the noodles right now. So yeah, it's definitely it's a big gathering. The RTR, it's a big gathering. It's gotten like a lot larger here in over the last couple of years. But it's like a lot of things in life. You just got to go and and check it out, and see if it's something that you would like to check out. It's definitely a little cliquish. There's a lot of cliques and a lot of different groups, and it's cliquish. It's very cliquish. So it's like people from all walks of life, show up or whatever. So it gets to be like little groups and cliques and that kind of a thing. But nonetheless, go show up, and if you're down in Quartzsite, Arizona, that's where it goes on every year. So you could definitely go and go and check it out. Fun watching you cook. Look forward to any more cooking videos. Yeah, cooking videos. Yeah, I need to do another. I should do another cooking video here. Yeah, those are always fun. Off the cuff cooking video. We got 6 people watching. Thanks for the thumbs up. So, what else we got going on? Had kind of a spill on the way down here today. The doors over here on the slide, when the slide is all the way in, sometimes those doors can pop out, can pop open, and I had a few things spill over. I had to pick up. So always part of the fun when you're in travel mode. So what else do we have on here tonight? Need some music going in here. Every kind of people. Let's see if I get any sound in this. Sound coming here. 12.5. My batteries are sitting at 12.5 right now. That's pretty good. Not too bad. Not too bad for Friday night. Nancy, I've enjoyed listening to you and chatting with you tonight. I enjoy mostly hearing your thoughts about life and your philosophy. Good books too. Awesome. Thanks for watching, Nancy. And glad that you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it too. It's been fun. It's been fun talking with you guys and having some interaction and sharing, talking about life, talking about all the great things, talking about all the real things in life here. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's definitely good. It's fun. I learn a lot too. when I do. I don't know. I learn a lot too. Always learning something new. Every kind of people. I was going to make tacos tonight, but trying to make tacos and do a live stream at the same time, like, that's hard to do. But these are ready to go. I got a pound of turkey meat ready to go here. Ready to go into the skillet. Good times. Yeah, good times. Whoop. Better take the butter out. Making some Japanese ramen here tonight. We got 8 people watching, right on. We went from 4 to 8. We're doing good. We're doing good. I would still be here if there's just one person watching. So what's on you guys' mind tonight? Don't really have much, not much going on. It's just me, myself, and I out here tonight. Just living it up out here on the BLM land. We're out here in the Kofa Wildlife Refuge. Out here, just living it up here. Living it up, nothing but a good time. So, what are you supposed to title these videos? What are you supposed to title these live streams, anyways? Right? What are you supposed to title these live streams? Guess it's time to put in the. This is a weird one. It's got like 3 different packs on it of seasoning spices. Black. Well, there are three blacks actually. We'll just add it in and see what happens. Oh yeah, it's going to be good. Every kind of people makes the world go round. You know that song? You know that song I'm talking about? I think Marvin Gaye sang that song. Every kind of people makes the world go around. We got every kind of people. Ooh, this is good. It's got the spice. This has got the little vegetable spices going on here. All you guys that left early on the stream, you guys are going to be disappointed. You're going to have to come back and rewatch it. Woo, this is going to be good. This is going to be really good. So who do we got on here tonight? You guys are awfully quiet. Just lurkers, huh? Guys just lurking? Well, this is about done, so I'll put this in a, whoa. Put this in a cup, porcelain cup. Yep, that's from coffee. That's what I need, one of these. All right. Hopefully I can pour this, not spill all over the place. All right, here we go. Perfect. Yeah, perfect. Japanese ramen noodles, really good. This puts a conventional top ramen meal to shame. Yeah, gotta eat this one with a fork, I think. Definitely good. Tina, going to make my dinner too. Some homemade soup. Ooh, that sounds good. That sounds really good. Yeah, I've been eating a lot of soups lately, but making your own soup is definitely the way to go. Definitely the way to go. Craig, hey, what's going on, Craig? Brother, how you doing, man? What's happening, man? How are you? It's good to hear from you, dude. Like, Craig, hey, West Coast, what's for dinner? This is the Big Boar in Florence. How you doing? I'm doing really good, man. It's great hearing from you, dude. I tried reaching out to you like before we left, and I couldn't get a hold of you. I tried calling, left messages, but it's good to hear. I'm good to hear back from you again. Hope everything's okay. Obviously, you're doing good, so you're back. So yeah, we're just I've got some ramen noodles here tonight. Some Japanese spicy flavor, shin black ramen noodles going on tonight. So how you doing, man, in Florence, dude? How's the serval? How's the 421 serval, red line serval treating you guys? This soup is hot. Got to let it cool down a little bit. Elena, I'm drinking Shock Top beer. Have you tried? Yes, I have. That's pretty good. I have. Yeah. I've tried the Shock Top beer. Yeah, I have. That's pretty good stuff. C-Tap, what's happening, Jeff? How are you doing, Mr. Rolla? Yeah. So Craig, how's the new motor doing, man? How's that 421? You guys got the CPI pipes hooked up to it, and I gotta get you guys making some YouTube videos. Woo! This soup is hot. Hot soup. What's going on, Jeff? How's life in Seattle? Or you call it Detroit. Detroit is how you refer to it. All right. Well, all the haters hate on that one. Okay. I've got stuffed pork chops in the oven. Nice. So Craig, what's going on, brother? How you doing? Talk to me. Stuffed pork chops in the oven. How's the snow situation, Jeff, in Seattle right now? You gonna make some more tunnel videos of the new tunnel? Tunnel videos. You got a lot of hits on the tunnel. We're finally thawing out. Oh, that's good to know. Nancy, hasta la vista, friend. We'll look for new videos from you soon. All right. Good night, Nancy. Thanks for watching, and thanks for participating here, chiming in. You have a great night. We'll see you next time. Love and respect. Peace out. Woo! This is hot. Really, this is spicy. Like spicy hot. Spicy, spicy hot. It's got some mushrooms in it and a bunch of other like organic things in it. Pretty good. So Craig, what's up, man? What's the deal with the Banshee? Fill me in. Let me know what's going on. How you guys making out this winter? CTAP, after all the negative comments for driving in the left lane, I was afraid to. Oh, man, you let fear get you? You let fear get the best of you? That one got, I think, 45,000 views. Dude, like you should be like doubling down on those videos. I'm telling you, Jeff, just do it. Don't think about it, do it. You should make another video like that one you made. I'm serious, man. Like it would really help you out a lot. I'm just telling you. Like to get 45,000 views in that short period of time, like that's a big deal. Like, you know, it just helps you get noticed and everything. But if that's important to you, there are 5 videos showing tunnel and viaduct. 5 videos, dude. You got the cameras, man. You could do it. You could make a lot of videos. A few more minutes before pork chop time. All right. Well, I want to see. You need to make some more tunnel videos, Jeff. I'm telling you, man. You could like. I don't know, dude. You should just do it. Don't think about it. Don't overthink it. Just do it. Just do it. Do it. Do it. I don't know. I thought it was great because like you were the only guy that had videos on it, and like that's what I'm saying. It's a big deal. Like that's cool. Like I don't know. That could be your legacy, Jeff, is making tunnel videos in Seattle. Like I don't know if you realize that or not, but you know, I'm just saying, man. You know, I mean, look what. Okay, I'm gonna brag a little bit. I mean, look what happened. Like, I was one of the first channels that had living in a truck camper. Well, guess what happened? Like, then there was like, I don't know, there's like what 12 other people now, or whatever, doing it. So it's old, it's done. I should have doubled down on it back in the day, but no, you know, whatever. Okay. My secret for success is to do something in the video that pisses people off. Yeah, absolutely. That's like a big part of it. And the funny part is like you just filmed it, and like it just, you know, the way it was perfect. What happened was perfect. I thought it was perfect. So anyways, happy for you. Craig, what's up, man? Give me a report on the Banshee. What's going on? You're letting me down here. I hope you're doing all right, okay? It's good to hear from you again, man. It really is. I was worried that, I don't know, something happened or whatever. I'm a lover, not a hater. Yes, you are. but your haters can give you some really good publicity if, like, all publicity is good publicity. You heard that saying before. And you didn't, it's not like you were doing anything wrong. I mean, so. All right. What else we got going on here? Craig, there you are. Doing good, buddy. Serval's running great. Very pleased with Redline Racing. He's building an 8-over swing arm right now. Awesome, right on. Yeah, I follow Cameron on his Instagram, and he bought a new CNC laser. Well, yeah, it's like a laser porting machine that he's using now to do his porting work. Not all of it, but it's pretty cool. He's got pictures on his Instagram showing it. That's great, man. I'm glad to hear you guys you're liking the serval. I wouldn't steer you wrong. I wouldn't steer you wrong. Next time you come through Florence, make sure you look me up. All right, man. It sounds good. That's great. Well, I'm glad to hear you guys are you're pleased with it. So good. That's good. Good to hear. Good to hear. I'm already Detroit's missed hated driver, and even though I was the only vehicle around, it doesn't surprise me. People in Seattle, they have to be all, yeah, if you're not following in line with everybody else, then they're not going to like you. That's my experience, and I can say that because I lived and grew up in Seattle, so I know how the Seattleites are. If you don't drive a Subaru, okay, I'll leave it at that. It's not going in a good direction, so I'm gonna keep this channel positive here. All right, positive. It's a positive channel. We call people out every once in a while, though. Okay, so when are you going to make that tunnel video, Jeff? When's your next the new tunnel coming down? So have they already destroyed the viaduct? Is it already down? Servos running great, pushing almost 100 horsepower. Bent the other swing arm. So you bent the other swing arm? Jeez. So you had to get a little bit tougher one. Runs great, pushing almost 100 horsepower. Nice. Nice. Snow delay. The cranes are already there. 6 months to demolish. Huh. Yeah, I watched your video that you did driving over it. Yeah, that was cool. That one will be worth something eventually in the future when it's no longer there. Like, you remember when they took the King Dome down, and the pictures of the King Dome, those are valuable now today, I think. I wish I had a video camera back in 2000 when they demolished the King Dome. I would have been down there taking pictures of it, but I wasn't that forward-thinking of doing that at the time. This was before YouTube, of course. Yeah, I learned the other day too that there's something that I didn't know about YouTube, but the creators of YouTube, the original, there were 3 dudes that, and I don't remember their names, that like invented YouTube, and then they later sold it to Google. But these guys came up with the idea. The idea spawned for YouTube. They were looking for a video on Janet Jackson back in 2004 at the Super Bowl, where she exposed one of her nipples in the epic Super Bowl show. And these guys were looking for a video on the internet of this thing that happened in the Super Bowl. Well, they couldn't find it. And then that's when they thought about, this YouTube, coming up with this YouTube thing. Like, that's how YouTube started. Like, the idea for it. Isn't that crazy? Like, I didn't realize that. I thought, wow, that's crazy. And then, like, look where it is today. YouTube today is, like, arguably one of the, like, most, and it's still, like, in its young days, like, one of the most transformational things we've ever like seen, like, around the world. It's changed everything. I mean, YouTube has changed the world. It's changed everything. Okay, anyways, I thought it was pretty cool. The city wants to fill battery tunnel with debris rather than turn it into a crosstown speedway, something Detroit desperately needs. They want to fill with debris, huh? Oh, okay. They just want to, like, bury the debris inside that tunnel, huh? Yeah. Sounds like a clever idea, Seattle. Craig, Redline Racing putting together an arched 8-inch swing arm, for all that horsey power. Right on. Yeah, those arched swing arms are nice, man. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you're Craig, if you're on Instagram or not, but, like, there's some really cool Banshee pages on Instagram. If you go to the search box and just type in Banshee, there's, like, all kinds of hashtags, and there's a lot of cool bikes to look at if you want to check that out sometime. But yeah, Instagram is a cool place to go to watch, see some cool pictures of some cool shit. But that's cool. I didn't know that Redline they're building swing arms. I didn't know that they do that. So that's cool. Yep, one-stop shop, Redline Racing. So are you running avgas? What kind of, are you running race gas or 50/50? What are you running for fuel? I'm assuming you're probably running 50/50 or race gas, straight race gas to get 100 horsepower. If you're in 100 horsepower range, with a 4 mil, you're running a little race gas. Yeah, 100 horsepower. That's mine is. I haven't actually had mine on the dyno, but it's somewhere between 85 and 90 horsepower is what mine is. But I'm just running straight pump gas, so my compression's around 100 and 150 psi. Yours is probably around like 180, probably. I remember that incident. She had a brass nipple guard held on her boob by a pin through her nipple. WTF was what I thought. And Justin Timberlake had a deer in the headlights look on his face looking. Yeah, I watched the video recently and like the whole thing looked like to me like it was staged. I mean, he just like rips it right off and like it's just hanging there. And then it's like, okay, it's over. I don't know. I think the the conspiracy is that it was done on purpose, but I don't know. But it was definitely a pretty jolting thing to witness, you know, back in 2004. Probably not so much today, but back in 2004, I think it was. People were like, "Holy crap! What did I just see here? Is this X-rated or what?" Craig, yeah, I'm going to have to do the green bike, your top in here, the spring. So yeah, that's cool. You're gonna do a like a serval top end on your other bike too. Yeah, yeah, it's the way to go. The girls singing at Super Bowl this year were awesome. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I watched the show. I didn't think that the game was well. It was a pretty good. It was a decent game. I thought. I mean, New England, well, those guys were solid, man. I mean, like they have a pretty solid team. New England Patriots. I thought, and I'm not a big football fan. I don't watch like all of the games, but they just seemed like they executed pretty good. So what else is going on? Who else we got on here tonight? Still got 8 people watching. That's cool. Thanks for the thumbs up. You guys are awesome. The live stream kind of went from a sunset, starting out with the sunset, to talking about personal development, talking about a variety of things. And now it's gone to a little bit to cooking, to banshees, to tunnels, the new tunnel in Seattle, taking the viaduct down in Seattle. It's been a wide range of topics going on here tonight. And we were just talking about Janet Jackson's nipple being revealed during the 2004 Super Bowl game. How many of you remember that? I actually forgot about it. I probably forgot because I don't think I watched that game. No, 2004, no. I don't think I watched the 2004 Super Bowl. I totally forgot about it. Pork chops aren't done yet. Turned up the temperature. Good deal. What are you cooking these in the oven or on a barbecue or on your little charcoal grill? I know you have enough charcoal briquettes. We only used like a little bit of them when you were here. Oven. Okay, you're in the oven. All right. The lazy man's approach, huh? So, are they using explosives to demolish the viaduct, or how are they taking it down? I don't know anything going on. I don't watch any of the news up there, what's going on. How are they going to take it down? I know you're going to be eating soon, so I don't want to interrupt you there. Okay, Craig, I'll check that out. Thanks. Yeah, yeah, you'd like it. I think if it was the Instagram thing I was talking about. Yeah, Instagram. It's got a lot of cool Banshee stuff, and they even have a hashtag called Dooner hashtag. It's really cool. They got a lot of good pictures of dooning stuff going on, banshees and everything. Jeff, I finally took the camper off the truck today. My front brakes hit metal today, so I better handle things, changing all 4 brakes. Ouch. Yeah, you put a lot of miles on that last trip. It seemed like, anyways. You came all the way down to Quartzsite, then you went to Phoenix, then you went to Vegas, and then you went home. Okay. I was boondocking south of Detroit near the job site during the bad weather so I wouldn't have to drive. Smart. Yeah, that's the advantage of having a truck camper in the city. You can park it anywhere. Oh, I bet. I mean, that's where I mean, I think that what happened in Seattle with the weather, to me, that was like a crisis. Really, I mean, a crisis essentially. In that, if you didn't have enough food stocked up and water or gas, fuel in your vehicle, I mean, you could have been really screwed with. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've just seen the pictures of all the snow they got, but I bet some people were really screwed. Like they couldn't either get around or. Um, but yeah, see, with your camper though, man. I mean, if you got propane and you got your solar and you're set. You just got to make sure you got enough propane and food, and you probably got plenty of food if you got a camper or an RV or something. But that's your little bug out vehicle, That definitely came through. So yeah, for sure. That I mean, having a truck camper van, it's so valuable, like to have if you're just living in the city or whatever. I mean, if you can afford that luxury, that's a great thing to have during that kind of a situation that happens. Yeah, good old Detroit. Detroit. My hometown. Hometown Seattle. Yeah, hometown Seattle. I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, like, I used to be the Sonics. The Sonics. I used to go to the Sonic games a lot. Um, yeah, it's changed. Last 20 years, it's changed a whole lot. Just like everywhere. Everywhere changes. Nothing stays the same. Except Florence, Oregon. That's the only place that stays the same. It does Nothing changes. It's true. Florence, Oregon. Go look it up. Nothing ever changes in Florence. That's one of the best parts about the Oregon coast. Like, if you don't like things changing much, that's a good place to be. So we got 6 people watching. Well, I'm running out of material, guys, here tonight. So running out of material. I couldn't. How could you run out of material to talk about? I don't really have much more to add to the stream to the stream tonight. So I think I'm going to end it here. I know it's kind of early, but unless you guys got stuff you want to, I don't know if you have some other questions about anything. Craig, yeah, running 75, 75, 25 VP race fuel and R52 stroke oil. All right, peppy. Sweet. Yeah, I switched to the Yama Lube 2R. I've been pretty happy with it, the 2R Yama Lube. But yeah, the Klotz is really good. That's what I was running before. I was running Beanol, just Klotz Beanol, and I really like that stuff a lot. It smelled really good. But it's pure castor oil. But yeah, the R50 is good too. R50 is a blend of synthetic, and I think it has some castor in it too. That's good stuff. It's all good. How's your better half doing? Bobby and I are no longer together. Yeah, we split up last November. So I've been on my own, and yeah, that's what's been going on. So we still talk, and everything's good, between me and her. But we split up, and I'm down here in Arizona right now. So I'm kind of seriously considering about getting a a driver's license down here in Arizona and driving truck out of Phoenix. So that's kind of what my plans are right now. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of what my plans are right now. So, but anyways, yeah, that's kind of what's going on, man. Okay, good night, Tina. Thanks for hanging with us here tonight. You have a great weekend. See you next time. And enjoy your soup. That sounds really good. All right, Jeff, I'm almost into pork chops. These babies are from B&E Meats. Nice. I know B&E Meats. Very good butcher. Yeah, I've heard of B&E Meats. Yeah, my mom and dad, they buy meats and stuff down in Seattle sometimes. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, Craig, you must be you must be behind on the videos, man. Well, yeah, yeah, that's okay. That's all right, man. I mean, I'm um, glad you're bringing it up or asking about it. But yeah, yeah, there's been a few changes on my end. Everything's good. Everything's good. You know, just I'm decided I'm gonna start trucking, and it looks like I'm gonna get on with a mega carrier. And I know you're not gonna like to hear that, but CTAP, here's to mom and dad. All right, here's to mom and dad. What else can we eat? Pretty good after that. There are several trucker channels. Oh yeah, there's a lot of trucker channels. Lots of trucker channels. Um, and there are a lot of good ones too. So yeah, definitely. Friend of mine does bus tour stuff on Facebook and Instagram. Bus tour, huh? A bus tour. What does that mean? Like a tour bus, like type filming? I don't know what the delay is like here between the comments, and it's probably pretty spot on, I think, between the comments and the when I respond back. Andrew, good life. So when are you selling this big rig and going back to what you had? Never, man. I'm done, dude. I've moved up. I've moved up. I've moved up in the world here. Go big or go home. No, it's I've moved up in the world of comfort. Um, what I had was it was okay, but it was actually pretty cramped for me. I'm 6'6" tall, so the fifth wheel is a much better choice for me. I mean, look at this. I can stand up, in here, and I've got plenty of ceiling height here in the lower floor, and it's really not too bad upstairs. But no, I really don't plan on going back to a smaller rig. I'm really, I was debating a little bit here earlier in the season about maybe selling this fifth wheel and maybe going with something else like a van, or I had thoughts about doing that, but I'm over that, man. I'm over that now. I'm really settling into what I have and really starting to call this home. This is my house, and I'm actually really enjoying it. So I really like it. Um, it's good. It's working out good. So yeah, I don't think I'll be gonna be selling this and going back to something smaller. I don't think that's gonna happen with me. CTAP. I like to watch Big Rig Travels. Big Rig Travels. Yeah, I was watching. I watched his video the other day. Yeah, yeah. There are a lot of there's a couple of good couples trucking channels that are really good and give a lot of great information and are entertaining, and yeah, there's a lot of great. It's kind of a I mean it's a very nomadic life. It is a nomadic lifestyle, probably one of the oldest nomadic lifestyles, and the I mean these and it's a lifestyle that you get paid and you travel around. Like what more could you ask for? As long as you enjoy it and you like the lifestyle. But yeah, it's a great channels. CTAP, he drives for a tour carrier and can be gone with groups from all over the world for a week or two at a time. Cool deal. Used to drive ducks and trucks. Interesting. A tour carrier, yeah, and be gone with groups from all over the world. Craig, did you take your Banshee to Glamis down there to get a chance to ride it? What's going on with that? No, I didn't. Never took the Banshee down. It's in storage back home, and no, didn't bring it down. Didn't really have a way of of bringing it down. So left it. It's in storage. You do have a nice place in the fifth wheel. Yeah, this is home. I mean, this is like about as tiny of a home as you're going to get. A tiny home, without the big tiny home cost that some of these newer tiny houses cost. I don't have a lot of capital tied up into what I have. But no, it's great. It's great. It works out. It works out good. And it's nice down here right now. I mean, I'm glad I'm down here and not in the wet, the wet, damp climate right now. But that's always a good thing. So, yeah. Good times, good times, good times. So yeah, no banshees in Glamis. No banshee in Glamis. Okay, Jeff, gonna sign off. Take care and catch you later. All right, catch you later. Thanks, Jeff. Enjoy your dinner. Enjoy your pork chops. Ram Van Bobby, I missed that bike. Still got it. Yeah, it's a nice one, man. Thank you. I enjoy it too. It's definitely it rips and it runs really well. It rips and runs great. It's great. Got a great engine on it, and I'm still dialing some things in with it. Like to do some more things to the suspension on it. Probably put some wider arms and some different shocks on the front. But yeah, it's a great build. It's a great build. Yep, gotta love the Banshees. Banshee Addiction. I've been thinking about starting a new YouTube channel called Banshee Addiction, dedicated to all things, everything Banshees. I think it could be huge. There's just such a huge following with them, and so So how's the winter been like back in Florence, Craig? So far, been pretty mild. Ram Van Bobby, soon I'll be moving out to Quartzsite. Oh, really? Oh, that's cool. You'll be moving out there full time, huh? Are you going to be like on your own land or at an RV park or just BLM land? Or what are you going to be? Are you going to be? What are you going to be doing out there? You just going to be camping? Just camping out there at Quartzsite? 36% left of battery life on the tablet. So still plenty of battery life. These are really good. They're chocolate peanut butter fudge cookies. So, Ram Van Bobby, are you are you out here right now camping or just where are you at right now? Yeah, these right here. These are dangerous, man. These right here are dangerous. These are the Walmart fudge covered peanut butter filled cookies. These are dangerous. $1 per package. Yeah, these things are dangerous, man. Yeah, those are real good. Good treats. Good treats to have. Nine people watching. Thanks for the thumbs up. You guys are awesome. Who else we have on here tonight? Boom! Look at that. Reconnected. Not sure what happened. Still got 8 people watching here. Probably going to be shutting this live stream down here pretty soon. So, anyways, guys, it's been good talking with you all again here tonight on this live stream. I've enjoyed it. Enjoyed talking with you guys here tonight. Hope you guys are all doing well out there. And we will. I'll talk to you guys next time, and we'll fire up another live stream and do it again. So, it's good. Good hearing from you guys. Good seeing you. Good hearing from you guys again. And we'll see you. See you on the next time.